Irani, former director of Tata Sons, he's joining us live. Thank you very much, sir. Why do you think it was Cyrus Mistry who's become the chosen one? What worked in his favor?
He's been chosen because obviously the selection committee thought him to be the best amongst all those they had interviewed. And I think they made a very wise choice. He has age on his side. He's familiar with the Tata Group. And I think from whatever interactions I've had with him on the Tata Sons board, he has all the qualities that are required in a Tata executive.
But Mr. Irani, it still comes as a bit of a surprise choice because everyone was speculating that Noel Tata would probably take over from Ratan Tata. How much of a surprise choice is this according to you?
All the conjecture was with the media, the press and the television. I don't think the Tata House participated in all the conjecture that was going around. That was something which was created by the media. Maybe the media was surprised. But I don't think anyone who's familiar with the Tata House would have been surprised.
Okay, that's an interesting insight, of course, that it was all in the media conjecture. But what does Cyrus Mistry, Mr. Irani, bring to the table according to you? You are probably the most veteran insider to what's been happening at the group for years. Give us a sense of what Cyrus brings to the table.
Could I take you back 2 decades when Mr. J.R.D. Tata selected Mr. Ratan Tata as his heir? It was somewhere in early 90s. I think Mr. Ratan Tata had the same type of exposure as probably Cyrus Mistry has now, and the same sort of questions were asked. And look what has happened since. Mr. Ratan Tata has led the Tata House beyond the shores of India. He has made Tata House the biggest business house in this country. More than 50% of our revenues now come from beyond the shores of India. And he has totally internationalized the house, which was not the case 20 years ago. So I am quite sure that the selection committee has made a choice, and Mr. Cyrus Mistry also will be capable of the leadership that is expected of him.
Mr. Irani, stay with us. We do appreciate the fact that this is the first and only television interview you're giving today on this big story. But we've got plenty of perspective coming in on business tonight. Let's get a word from business historian Geeta Piramal on whether she thinks that age will actually work in Cyrus Mistry's favor.
I will compare him with another young man who took over at an even younger age, and that is Kumar Mangalam Birla when he took over from Aditya Birla. That was very sudden, and lots of people wrote him off. But if you see that over time he has given the group focus, identity, made a success in Canada and aluminium, and is beginning to grow.
Geeta Piramal says, give the young man a chance. And India Inc., of course, somewhat surprised, but they believe now in the energies of the young man.
He is the largest, his family is the largest shareholder as far as Tata Sons is concerned, and he's run various diversified businesses successfully. So I think it's a good choice.
I'm somewhat surprised, not a big surprise, because to my mind, either it will be Tata Group or a major shareholder, which is the Mistry's. Cyrus' appointment gives that stability, is young, energetic.
I think people were expecting an announcement, but obviously, no one expected Cyrus Mistry as the next chairman of Tata to be announced. But having said that, I'm sure it must have been a very, very thorough process. I'm sure Cyrus Mistry is very capable of filling the shoes that, Ratan Tata plans to step out of. And knowing Ratan, I'm sure he would have done a very careful selection process. So I have no doubts about it that Cyrus Mistry is absolutely the perfect choice.
We still got Mr. J.J. Irani with us. Mr. Irani, clearly it's not just the media, but even India Inc. seems to be surprised because probably even they were betting on Noel Tata. But let's get your view on what really worked in the favor of Cyrus Mistry. Do you think the fact that he's 43 years old, or should we say 43 years young, is one of the reasons why the board of Tata Sons and the selections committee voted in favor of youth?
I think you have to look into history. The Tata Group has existed for 140 years and there have been 5 chairmen up to now. Cyrus Mistry will be the 6th. So obviously we look for continuity. And each chairman has had a stint of more than 2 decades. J.R.D. Tata has for over 50 years. So we are always looking for, the Tata Group House is always looking for persons who have a long, shall we say, period ahead of them to establish their authority and their views on the house.
Okay, young, energetic, and one who will lead the company and, of course, the companies and the empire into continuity is what J.J. Irani says. I appreciate your joining us. J.J. Irani joining us from Jamshedpur Direct and giving you a complete perspective of what this succession story has meant.